Yes, people. Yes, people. Yes, people. We are back with another Cut Down Podcast Show episode 3. And I've got a guest in person already, man. And it's none other than the bro himself, Z-Tech Care. What's
Thank
up,
you.
bro?
I'm good. We just wrapped the Samable podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You can obviously check that on Samable channel.
On. Yeah. Of course.
And now we're doing... Yeah, we did have like a short break, so...
Oh, yeah. Of course, it had to be done. It had to be done. It
ready.
had to be done. And
this is good.
I did tell you lot, that I could only pretty much promise one episode every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, just to manage my expectations so I don't get burnt out with a lot of other stuff. But we've had a week-on-week episode release, so I ain't complaining. It's really, really good to have you in here, Z, and thank you for coming on the podcast show.
It's a pleasure, man.
We're gonna have a nice chill chat.
Yes.
Kind of see how things have been with both of us, especially yourself.
Yeah.
You've been globetrotting a little bit more than expected, which is good. Breaking out of the pandemic craziness that we've gone through, right? And,
It's been some time that we have spent just in house, obviously. Because of the pandemic. Of course, making up for all of that, going crazy with the traveling.
Dude, it's so mad. And I mean, it's so mad thinking about it, because when did we... Hey, people, we're getting straight into it. This is what the cut down's about, right? So definitely...
And it's just random. We don't know. There's no...
You lot have been here before. Episode 3, you know how it is. We go... So definitely subscribe for the video content on the cut down channel. Turn on notifications as well. And hey, for audio listeners, if you want a more cut down, straight to the point version of pretty much tech news, chilled conversations between friends and content creators within the industry, this is available on all your favorite audio podcast platforms as well. So just search it, you'll get it right there. But bro, it's so weird thinking about it. That we first linked up into 2019, October period, 17 launch.
That was a legendary event,
Probably one of the best. Let's be honest.
I think probably the best.
Yeah. Even now.
We linked up, and it was legendary in a sense because it was the last event for the OnePlus, Carl Pei and all the other people.
Yes, it's so true when you say it was actually a bit anticlimactic, because it was not just Carl Pei, but
for you as well, obviously.
Me, it was, and it was like a coming of age event in a way.
Yeah.
Right, because it was just a lot of you, including yourself, that had been following for years.
Yeah.
When it came to just, being in the tech industry for...
Finally meeting and linking up.
Yeah. And on a global scale as well. It wasn't just the UK guys. It felt more like an international...
Proper international event.
Yeah. And it was really good. It was really good. And It's so sad, because I don't know about you, but that event was such a big motivator for me that it felt like it was meant to be an uphill from here kind of situation.
Yeah.
And 2020 hit, we know what happened.
Yeah. Man.
It kind of dropped things way beyond back to earth. I mean, it really slowed things to a
It's hard to top 2019. I mean, I remember World Cup, working with Oppo for the World Cup. And then, of course, coming back to the UK again. I did a lot of traveling then, going to Scotland. And I don't think you have explored, Scotland, Edinburgh and all that.
Not to that extent, no.
Yeah, so I've done that. Even going all the way to Northern Ireland, where they shot Game of Thrones. So it was amazing. And then, obviously, doing things with OnePlus, it was great.
Of course.
But then, it completely changed. Nobody expected...
It hit hard, bro.
Yeah,
it hit hard on so many different facets.
And for you, it was even harder because you lost your position.
And it was a tough one. It was a tough one because first lockdown was third week of March 2020.
Yeah,
we were on what you call furlough, so we weren't working, but we were getting 80% of our wages through the government. 20% was being supplemented by OnePlus. But yeah, it pretty much got to my birthday, 23rd of May period, 2020, and yeah, they kind of called a meeting and just said, hey, pretty much the whole of the UK, French and German team is just getting dissolved. We're not looking to really pursue. And yeah, like, my last paycheck was like June, and it was hard because we know what the state of the world at that time. Everything was locked off.
Yeah.
You couldn't even go cinema. You generally couldn't do anything. Everything was closed. Like not one thing was open apart from very, very essential services, right? So it was hard. But I say it was a blessing in disguise because
obviously now you got the opportunities that you're exploring, and obviously you revived your YouTube channel.
My channel was dead, bro. Lover of Tech was dead. And between me and you, I've said this before, because of how I was progressing in the industry, in the tech industry in terms of job-wise, in my heart, I'd kind of given up on my YouTube channel. I kind of felt like, you know what?
You're going to be on the other side.
I'm going to be on the other side in a good way.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to take that because that's providing for me well, my family. It's opening up its own opportunities in a different way. Even though deep down, I knew I was a content creator.
Yeah.
Deep down, that thing was still there. It's just I'd given up.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's a weird place to be, But when that happened, I had nothing else to do apart from look at my channel.
Yeah.
Right? And I had nothing else to do. It's kind of like, hey, it's staring in front of you now.
Yeah, it pushed you, you're like, you need to revive it and go all the way. And I think you did pretty good because obviously now you're aligned with Sam Mobile.
Yeah, which I'm really grateful. Shout out to Sam Mobile, man. I love the guys over there.
Obviously this whole pandemic thing, it's not good, but obviously there was some opportunities for you.
Dude, here was the opportunity. It was an opportunity for it wasn't just self-reflection, but self-development. And really building up a place of determination, because here's why I'm saying that, at that period of time, the channel was stuck at about 5.5K subs.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember doing videos where, as good as the videos were, because the channel was sunk so much, regardless of how much effort I put in, how good I made the thumbnails or did whatever, those videos were getting 50 views.
Damn.
It got to the point where it was so demotivating, but what it kept reminding me of, it brought back my spark to not just create content, but it reminded me what I loved the most. Doing that, talking about tech, producing tech, sharing my thoughts on tech.
Yeah.
Right? That made me dig deeper. You see, that gave me the opportunity to dig deeper. And you know what was even the worst one? And I've said this already on a podcast before, and it's so funny you bring this up here. But come the end of 2020, a certain momentum picked up, and I set myself a target to hit 10K subs, and I didn't. I got to about 8.2. That's
close. That's pretty close.
It's close, but I was in a mixed emotions feeling, bro, because I'd found my rhythm. Actually, no, I'd found a whole new level of creating consistent, high quality content that I never had before.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, it got to a point where I remember August specifically, bro. I produced a video every single day. No joke. Right?
Damn.
But
that's good.
I didn't get the target result that I wanted. And it made me feel two things. It made me realize that, hang on. What do you really want to do from this? What do you want to get from this? Is it about the clout, as great as it feels?
Yeah.
Or is it genuinely because you love it enough that this is what you want to do?
Yeah.
Right? And that's what made me realize that, this is actually what I want to do. It humbled me. And then it made me go back and dig deeper.
Yeah, you got like a proper clear vision of what you wanted to do.
There you go.
And,
fast
forward, you got things done with Sam Mobile, obviously, and now you're doing things with your channel as well.
Yeah, the channel, there's always more to do.
Yeah.
With guys like us, you know how we are.
Yeah.
There's always more to do, but especially when the channel crossed 10K subs on like February last year, 2021.
Yeah.
It started becoming its own thing. you know, not just in terms of the sustained viewership and the sustained growth, but also the opportunities that were coming even before Sam Mobile, you know, working for Microsoft. And even then, the brands that naturally start noticing you more. Yeah. You know,
I mean, you put a lot of effort, you know, it's definitely, they're going to notice it.
Yeah. You know, so those things were encouraging. It's not because, oh, you're getting opportunities in terms of paying and whatnot, but those things motivate you in a sense that you start to realize that, hey, there is something that can come out of this. But you just have to keep digging deeper, maintaining it, keep going.
Keep pushing it.
You know? And that's what happened with obviously the discovery of Sam Mobile as well.
You didn't take any like off time or you haven't since the pandemic, right? That's the first time you're going to do when you go to Canada in a few.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
You know, since I've said this before, since like most of my family members all migrated there back in like 2012 and stuff. Yeah, you know.
And it was our first MWC, right?
Yeah,
for both of us. Yeah.
A lot of the events happening in person now are first times, man.
Yeah,
CS,
yeah.
MWC.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
I can't wait to be in Germany for IFA in Berlin.
Same.
You know.
Obviously, I really made most of my time there in the Europe. I obviously went to Switzerland. It was amazing.
Dude, hear this. Before I even let you carry on. You look like you were having way too much fun. You said to me you were going to stay in Madrid for a little bit and be in London soon. I was watching my time. I was like, bro, it's been a month. Where are you?
Bro, there's so much to do in Switzerland. You know, it's not just the mountains. Like, there's just so much to do. And whenever I travel to a place, I really enjoy it. Like, take the essence of everything. Enjoy the local food, and of course I'm also making videos alongside, so it's not like I'm taking a full vacation. It is kind of vacation, but it's like kind of work. But so I really enjoy my time there, man. And obviously, how can you not spend more than 2 weeks in Switzerland? Come on, man.
Listen, he really, mate. This guy likes to downplay it. This guy was living life. You were living life, bro.
It was fun. It was fun. I mean, the panoramic trains, like you cannot enjoy the north and the mountains the way you can do in Switzerland. They have a freaking hotel and like 4,000 meters something, you know, on the top of Europe. It is crazy. And a freaking ice palace. Ice palace, man.
When I saw the ice palace here, I said, this guy is not coming to UK. He's not coming. Hell no. Hell no. When you were on those the tracks going up the mountain.
Oh, the views, man.
Alone, dude. Bro. I was like, okay, let me preface this. Like, you're still in your early 20s. You've done well to get to where you are. You know, 1.65 million subscribers, grafted from young, risky, did all of that stuff. You know, all tactically to get to this point where you could globetrot. Yeah. And obviously with what we do as content creators, so long as we've got a good internet connection, good microphone, we've got a camera. Yeah. We've, you know, you see my portable lighting kit that I carry with me. Yeah. We're good to go. Right? We're good to go.
You've seen I have a separate bag for all my like tech stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Right? Do you get what I'm saying? How is it?
It is a bit of an issue, like explaining on the airport.
Yeah.
They're always like, this dude has like 20 phones in his bag, you know? Are you like, you know, importing something, you know, like what are you doing? So I need to like explain to them, hey, I have a YouTube channel, this is what I do. And they're usually they're like chill, cool, and they even still like subscribe. But it's like you have to explain to them, you know. So I always carry, like, obviously I have 2 phones with me in my pocket, but then in my bag I have more devices. So usually 7, 8 phones on average. So
that's funny.
Need to explain.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, You've given an initial breakdown of what I was going to ask. Like, break it down some more. The good, the bad, the in-betweens, the uglies, the funnies. For you to get to this point where you're doing what you wanted to do, that dream of being able to see the world, right, expand, mixed with the job that you do and the opportunities that it comes. Yeah. You know, COVID slowed that down. As you were picking up, it slowed it down. Now you're picking it up again.
Yeah.
How are you handling? How is it feeling? Especially when you're also, even at your level with the subscriber count that you've got, building to that level. How does it feel that finally you're getting to do a lot of the first time stuff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's like our job, like as in when a phone launches, it gets like really hard. Sometimes it's some weeks we're putting out like you remember what happened with the Pixel 6 series. But the way I wanted things to go, like especially with traveling and being able to make content on the go, I think it's going good. It's going good and it's manageable. And like I said, I have time, so it's not like I need to explore every day. If I want to just make videos and just, you know, chill for a day, I do that. So I would say like the way I expected, it's going good. And obviously now in the UK, and when I'm in the UK, I'm not really like exploring because we're working, you know, we're doing stuff.
Of course.
So UK is like second
UK
home.
Is like the
second home.
It's like the flipping second home. The working
second
hub,
home,
innit?
second work hub. You know, and
it's where the connects are.
It's always nice to chill with like other content creators, YouTubers. Obviously, we're like co-workers. You know,
pretty much, and it's good. It's good because. Like it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Look at MWC, for example, right? That situation was a perfect example of the difference when you're aligned, regardless of our differences.
Yeah.
Not differences in a bad way where we conflicts, but differences in terms of, you know, expectations, what we like, what we don't like in terms of content style, whatnot. There's an understanding, there's an alignment. You see? And that situation where you needed to get that camera comparison done. Not that you wouldn't have been able to do it, but remember that day, it rained as well. You remember, like,
dude, that was such a help. Yeah.
You know,
and of course, even when we filmed it, you know how hard it is to do 3-way camera tests,
bruh.
It is just such a pain, you know. And we shot all of that, and then I went in and I didn't sleep at all.
Fam.
And then I was there at the convention center.
Exactly.
Yeah, uploading the video from Burger King.
Burger
King Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I forgot the Burger King Wi-Fi. Oh my days.
And I also, did you remember when I paid for the food, I didn't get the receipt?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
like Burger King. What are you, like? You have to up your quality. You know, people pay, they don't get the receipt. You know.
Honestly, just being able to link up in person, see people in person, and then especially collaborative as well. Right?
Yeah.
It not only makes it more fun, but it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're on strict deadlines and stuff. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for, that I've been able to experience with guys.
Yeah, speaking of like obviously deadlines, February, Samsung S22 Ultra launch, all of that packed.
It wasn't even just S22. You're forgetting the tab. 3 tabs.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Usually
all of that.
We'll get like 3 phones, but it was 6 products that needed to be covered.
And also because you do like more of the laptop side as well.
Exactly.
And that also came.
Yep.
But then towards the end of the month, we just left for Spain, and then MWC, and then the Oppo thing in between with Xiaomi.
Yep.
So I really, really enjoyed that holiday. You know, I mean, it's not quite holiday but still enjoying. That's why, like, I spent so much time in Switzerland just having fun. You know,
nah, it's good.
Even in like, I think I was obviously stayed more in Barcelona than you. You know, you left after.
Yeah, listen, I got a kids and family to come back to. You get me?
Yeah.
And obviously, it's just like it was kind of the beginning of the month of March as well. I'm balancing.
Was that the first time you were in Barcelona?
No, second time.
The
first time I went to Barcelona was actually on my 14th birthday when I was in high school, secondary school.
Okay,
right? So
that's way too long.
On a school trip.
You didn't even explore it that much.
No, we did. No, we did, because it was a school.
More than what you did now?
You see,
I mean, you didn't explore anything. You just came to Poblano, right?
Yeah. So actually, funny enough, we explored more. We went to theme parks, you know, the cathedral. We were by the beach. The hotel was by the beach.
Oh, nice.
And because it was a school trip with the teachers, they took us to like a lot of sites, you know, to see. So in a way, I explored more there, but I wasn't an adult. Do you know what I'm saying? I was a teenager, infant going.
Yeah.
This was my first time going as an adult. Even though there was a lot of work being done, you know, it was still a great experience.
I
like
think
Barcelona's
moving on with the travels, I mean, you need to have like a portable tech setup as well, just like me, so you can just wing stuff on the go, so that you can kind of combine the work as well as with
that's what I'm doing this time. Remember we got there and you're like, oh, you need a separate bag, and so I was like, I guess. But now I'm like, nah, he's right. Like,
and also I was like, this guy is the most prepared person in MWC, and he doesn't have a MacBook.
Oh,
he's editing videos on a gaming laptop.
I knew he was gonna come with this BS. I knew it. I knew he was gonna get on.
Dude, it was painful seeing you edit your videos on that gaming laptop.
Let's even talk about that. Like, let's talk about that. We'll talk a bit of tech right now, and the tips and tricks, and the things that make a difference to content creating, especially on the go. This is very important, especially on the go.
Apple delivers, bro.
They have. And I'll be honest with you, I've never used Mac OS. I've never owned a Mac. I've never had a reason and incentive until now, especially.
Yeah.
And the last straw was MWC. Like, nothing against gaming laptops, especially, mind you, this is not me being biased to Apple, right? Working for Microsoft, I was the person looking after
Microsoft. Yeah,
I was looking after all the new gamer laptops, benchmarking them, using them. I was getting gamer laptops with like RTX 3080s in there with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Like, I was getting top tier stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But when it comes to the flexibility of content creating on the go, the lack of efficiency, the battery life,
the battery life,
and the stability as well, bro.
Dude,
it was
Apple,
so restrictive.
They're just like reliable, you know, like
I've got to give them that.
You know, not everyone is a content creator. If you're looking for gaming, I mean, Windows, that you just get better games there and everything.
You've got your Razer laptop
obviously,
right?
For those who don't know, I carry 2 laptops with me. MacBook for my editing, just literally all for work, and then my Razer laptop for gaming.
Exactly,
dude, such a good combo. And Razer is also like, they make such like amazing products in terms of like being thin and light,
put together.
Even when I put like my 14-inch MacBook Pro and Razer in the same bag, it still doesn't like have that much of a burden.
Exactly.
So it's such a good combo. It's such a good combo. Being able to play FIFA and all the AAA titles on the go
with ray tracing, RTX based graphics as well.
I'm getting best. Like, people don't know, like, I use everything on the daily basis. Android with S22 Ultra, and obviously iPhone 13 Pro Max, because battery life is just too good.
That phone will never die. It does, bro.
10 hours of battery time on average with 5G, with maps, with Spotify, with like constant camera usage, posting.
I've got a 13 Pro here, and bro, even this 13 Pro, I'm so impressed with the battery on here. Like, it blows my mind.
Yeah, I was looking at this comment like I got on my video yesterday. Like, someone was saying that battery life on iPhone is good because they don't have like features like Samsung. Like, what are you talking about? It's about your usage, you know? If you're using 5G, and of course, like when I'm traveling every day, I need 5G on the go. GPS. I need maps, because I'm thinking, like,
and maps is
it tells me everything, where to go, which bus to take, where, and everything. And then I'm also connected with, Bluetooth, AirPod, listening to music, Spotify, and then on the go, doing my emailing, and also posting Instagram stories, all that stuff.
Notifications come through quicker.
It is crazy, and I'm also not easy with the brightness. I'm up there,
especially during summertime where you're getting sunshine.
Oh yes.
Come on, like, you can't.
Ever since I came to the UK, like, it's just sunny.
You brought. That's why I still got shades.
I'm a good child. Yeah.
But that's good. But the thing is, this is that same principle they brought to the MacBook. You see, and this is where, for the first time,
all because of how good they are with their chips.
It's so, like, bro, it's such a night and day difference that, as a thorough, and you see my setup. I prefer working, even how we're recording this and doing this, I prefer working on desktops, not because of ultimate power. It's just ultimate connectivity and convenience. And you've seen for yourself that it gives that level of access with way less dongles. What that basically means is less adapters, less things break, much more secure connections, much more reliable connections. That's different. But you see, That doesn't translate to the gaming laptops for content creation, right? So regardless of how much power you're throwing at it, you're losing so much in terms of efficiency. You basically have no battery life, you're stationary, and then the instability. Bro, it messed me up so much to the point where an edit that should have taken an hour not only took 4 hours, but I couldn't even do it in terms of the editing style I wanted because it was just stressing it for no reason. And it's not because it was underpowered. Like, we're talking a Ryzen chip with 8 cores, 16 threads, right? On a 7nm process.
I mean, yeah.
So many different things.
It's just a strong laptop, but then, of course,
it's not translating.
That is the thing, yeah. That's the thing with Apple.
And the thing is, I have to put it on a plug. I can't use it when it's unplugged. Like, for example,
dude, I can edit at least 3 videos without the charging on battery on the 14-inch MacBook Pro, and even with all the edits, it's dead silent. That's so good, man. It's so good.
That is such a difference maker. That if you remember the fact that when we were in Burger King and also in the hotel lobby that I was staying, you were still working full.
Timeline was full. Camera test, like three-way camera test, and dead silent. It's crazy. Ever since they switched to their own chips,
it's
single-handedly changed the whole game.
It's changed so much to the point where I'm getting one.
You're getting one, the full-on Windows guy, dude.
When I say full, I've not known anything else but that, right? Not because I'm ignorant to it, but it's just when you're so ingrained in a certain way, right? But they transitioned this so hard and so well that minus gaming, right? And even I go as far as even minus being a content creator, right? Just for how good the keyboard is, best in class trackpad, minus the notch, best in class display, right? And just the overall
the notch is weird.
It's weird. It's not the end of the world.
People need to understand. Like, some people really hate the notch too much.
We still hate the notch.
I don't like it either. But it's never going to be like a deal breaker thing. It's not. People are not gonna stop buying Apple products.
And the fit and finish with near enough, bro. When you're not pushing it like we are with, the camera comparisons we're doing and stuff, near enough what feels like unlimited battery life. Let's just say if you're just a script writer, but you needed a good solid keyboard, good solid keyboard and a trackpad makes a big difference.
Big difference, yes.
Quick and efficient email typing, scripts writing, and blogging.
And now they also added back some of the features that they removed. The SD card slot. Such a big, I don't have to carry. I hated carrying that dongle, bro. I hated that so much. Yes,
it's another point of failure.
I also came from 2018 MacBook Pro, the one with the Core i9, famous for being an oven.
Oh, bro, the 9th gen.
Such a bad
9th gen, isn't it?
I mean, it was still more reliable than your gaming laptop.
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
But the difference, even for them.
But going from there, from that to M1 Pro, amazing. And even though now I have less RAM, it's 16 gig compared to 32 on the previous one, it's still so good.
So much better. So
much better. And yes.
That's the difference where in those situations, right, it can make or break how you put your stuff out there and the time that you save and lose. And bro, as much as I enjoyed MWC, right, I know for a fact I lost more time in those situations where it's already difficult when you're out of your comfort zone. Right? In terms of you don't have your own kitchen.
You're working from a hotel, all that.
Different language.
Exactly.
Different movement.
With all those factors in, you don't want to travel with a device that's gonna fail you. And that's the thing with Apple MacBook, as a content creator. I know this doesn't apply to everyone. Not everyone is a content creator.
But even then, does video. Even then, remember, like I said,
it's still such a reliable machine.
Think about you being able to do intense, high quality edits, right? Think about the person that doesn't need to do that and what that laptop means in terms of infinite multi-day battery life.
Crazy.
Think about that.
Yeah.
If you're doing 3 major edits and it lasts a day, how much more if you're the person that just wants a reliable keyboard, trackpad,
just writing
screen,
script,
writing
little bit of
scripts,
browsing,
a little bit of browsing,
or even heavy browsing,
heavy
Netflix. It's still such a beast of a laptop,
dude,
man.
having all of that in a 14-inch package it's such when I say it's such a game changer, and I don't like using it for anyone, especially not Apple, especially me being more of a Samsung fan, right? It takes a lot for me to say
even me, more of a Samsung fan, but you just cannot deny it.
You can't deny it.
Yeah, you just cannot deny it. You know, they're good.
Bruh. Like think about that in that sense of that kind of access. It's a game, like that battery life for such a person. You get used to that. It's like this. It's like, imagine, bro, a smartphone. For my, audio listeners, I'm holding up the iPhone 13 Pro just as a reference because it was the one closest to, or we've got the S22 Ultra.
We've got the Pro Max and S22 Ultra here.
We've got
as
these,
well.
right? We've got that. So
yeah.
Imagine your smartphone that you use right now, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the power it's got, for you to get the maximum power, you were told that you had to plug it in to get the maximum power. It doesn't become a phone. It becomes a landline.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes stationary.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, laptops, whether content creation, gaming, or whatnot, are different beasts in that sense.
Yeah.
But they are battery-powered devices. And they need to emulate that same principle of being able to use them as such.
Yeah.
Right? Being able to get maximum performance and battery for a long usable period of time.
Exactly.
And that thing has been missing, and it's still unfortunately missing so much on Windows laptops that
man, they just draw too much power and they still have to figure it out. And I think they're still not at 5 nanometer, right? They're still somewhere
7
nanometer. Yeah,
7. So AMD
and Apple is going, they're gonna go 4 nanometer soon, and next year probably even 3 nanometer.
Bruh, they are on, when I say they're on crud in the sense of like, they are not messing about. They are not messing about. Now, don't get me wrong. As in the impressiveness for me only goes up to the MacBook Pros. The only reason why I say that is that the Mac Studio, as good as it is, still lacks that kind of I/O connectivity that I would want from a desktop-ish kind of device. Still impressive, don't get me wrong, being able to fuse effectively what is 2 M1 Maxes together with the double the performance. Very powerful. I'm more eager to see what the Mac Pro will look like.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is that when you get to desktop, it's not the outright performance for me, like I said. The example is, what is the maximum connectivity I can connect to it to access more? PCI Express connections, multiple ports. When I get to that level, bro, I want to be dongle free, period. I don't want to be thinking about, does it have HDMI 2.1 or not? Does it have DisplayPort or not?
Yeah.
I don't want to be, it needs to have those things. Do you get it? Because to me, you get to that point, it isn't just about, hey, look how powerful I am. So I can't connect anything to it. So it's like, it doesn't benefit.
Yeah.
You see, that gets me excited for WWDC for this year. There's a lot of preview stuff that's been happening. I know you've been doing a lot of the news as well when it comes to iPhone 14, which we should be seeing in,
September. Speaking of iPhone 14, it is. Finally, we're getting the change, and of course, finally,
5 years later,
they're bringing the camera change as well.
5 years later, about time.
Yeah, about time. And it's obviously still not, it's not gonna be the best smartphone design.
Yeah.
But it's still a breakthrough for them. For Apple, as in, from going from notch to hole punch, but then having that 3D Face ID. And Face ID is pretty good.
Face ID is good. Okay. Face ID or Touch ID?
I'm gonna go with Face ID because it's so good, it's just so like, as in, it's that reliable. I mean, honestly, like, as far as like design perspective goes, like Touch ID or having a fingerprint scanner will make things much easier, the design.
Yeah.
But Face ID is like, it hardly ever fails, like, at least in my usage. They've made it so good.
Here's why I think Face ID probably should shine more on the iPad and the laptops, in my opinion. right? I think Face ID.
So you don't like it as much on the phone?
It's not that I don't like it much on the phone. I just feel like they adapted to the situation too slow. Like only being able to do Face ID unlock with the mask right now, I think that just took too long. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that is what I didn't like about it being the main and only authentication. It's not because it was a bad implementation of biometric.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, but reading the situation, it wasn't good. You see, it makes more sense on things like the iPad Pro.
Yeah.
We should have got Face ID on the laptops. It makes more sense, especially coming from me using Windows
Especially
premium
like
laptops.
with the notch.
Yeah, you know. I just think with what they've done with the iPad Air generation with the fingerprint scanner on the power button, that should have been the bare minimum. And then on top of that, bro, I go as far as saying that companies like Huawei back in the day used to do that level of face unlock with the notch, with the in-display fingerprint scanner.
Yeah, but you know, Apple, they don't like to give you options. Yeah, so...
Talk to me about how do you feel about companies that you know can give you options but don't do it?
I mean, in a way, like even Samsung is like turning into Apple, like, you know, they used to be the one with options, you know, like obviously giving chargers and having SD cards and having the full accessories, you know, but now they slowly turned into more like Apple-ish in some ways, you know. They obviously make fun of Apple and then they backtrack. And not just that, and recently, like for some markets, they would just have less RAM, you know, 8 gigs of RAM starting RAM, while you guys are getting 12 gigs of RAM. And then, of course, we had a huge discussion about Snapdragon. I don't want to get into that.
But it's more the general...
Dual chip issue.
It's not even dual chip. It's just the general consensus of... not to get deep into that conversation, but it feels frustrating that we're paying more for less.
Yeah.
If we just put it into that,
we should be just getting one phone with one chip,
forget even
but
phones,
not even
bro.
like
just in general. Like it's so annoying that it's like as we scale up, we're paying more for less.
Yeah. That is exactly what I was saying. That we're losing features, and Samsung was known to offer like extra features. I mean, even still now. They still try to, like, you know, if you look at different areas, like if you look at the camera, they provide extra zoom, and even like with their design, I think they still have the best design, especially the S22 Plus, you know. But in a lot of ways, they kind of like, I don't know, like they just made some decision to just cut down the cost, or like, so it's not just
paying more, bro.
Yeah, and we're paying more. Yeah, we're paying more. So.
Like, I get that's come down from just the...
Like, imagine if they didn't follow Apple. Like, I know the headphone jack thing, I think most people are over that. I think most people are just,
It's painful, but unless you're concept creator, Jermaine.
I don't know. Like he's still stuck. My dude is still stuck on that headphone jack thing. But I think majority of people are just... But, you know, and now Samsung... Give me your thoughts on, like, Samsung... removing the jack on their mid-range phones.
No, that's low. I don't agree with. And I said it when I had my hands on with the A53.
And it's such a lie that they want to increase the battery and like size.
Exactly,
like
I don't buy that. I don't.
Plus, they also removed the charger.
Yeah. Okay, that one.
Well, Xiaomi doesn't do that, right? Like other mid-range phones.
Here's my actual consensus on the charger thing. And I'll get onto the headphone jack, right? Because the mid-range phones sell the most, they will make a greater impact in reducing the carbon footprint. So I say, for those phones, right, remove the charger. No problem. I just think by principle, bro, imagine you buying your fresh MacBook Pro for a certain price threshold, above that £1,000, but it doesn't come with a charger. My point is, those flagship phones that you tote, X amount of charging speeds, or this is blah, 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 when you're spending that much, environment or not, give us the charger, right? Get rid of the charger in those other more useless phones like the A23s and those mass market phones that sell the most. Remove them. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. I have a problem with the flagships not getting that when I'm paying £1,150 just to get it without it. And then I have to.
But then they think like if you're buying the phone, then you might as well can afford the charger, and then you might as well afford the buds as well.
Nah, that's whack. The buds is different though. That's whack. For the charger, if you're promoting 45-watt charger.
Also, it's not a true 45-watt charging, right?
There's that controversy, but bro, not like us. Most people upgrade every 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
You're upgrading to that phone. Your old charger is your USB-A port. You get a USB-C to C cable in there.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you get home? How are you going to charge your product? That's not being thought of. That's low. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see? And what if you're coming from a micro USB cable-based device at that time?
Yeah.
I know people that have stretched far back as an S7 that still have it. I get those comments. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that when you get to that level of pricing, by principle, you can't do that to people. Do you get me? That's my biggest issue in terms of how that's separated. The headphone jack one for mid-ranges, nah. That don't...
because, like now they're pushing it because for mid-range users, like a lot of those users are just using the headphone jack. They're not on the Bluetooth side,
Exactly.
So now they have to spend money and get the Galaxy Buds.
Yeah.
So that's a low move.
That's my difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But honestly, I would even say that they should have just kept the charger with the mid-range phones. Because I mean, like you said, like with the port difference, and especially if you see with what's the competition doing, you get the charger in the box.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that they should have kept it.
They should have kept it. Look,
I think they should have kept it.
I say, if we're talking ideals, keep everything. I do.
I mean, the whole point of starting this conversation, I was just talking about how, Samsung is also becoming like kind of like Apple,
You
said, give me your thoughts on companies who can do more and they don't do. So that's
I agree.
And this is a company that was doing more and just cutting back. And and this year, some of these decisions, I'm just not that happy with.
No. I agree. It's a case of ideals, keep everything, right? But if I'm going to be picking one and taking one, this is how I would split it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would split it that way. Because I just feel like, okay, if we're talking about looking after the environment, which is important, right? I would go after the mass, but keep the core features that make a difference, right?
Yeah.
But just by principle, bro, you wouldn't buy certain products and not expect it to come with the complementary things that need it to work.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, regardless, you wouldn't buy a laptop and then not get a charger with it.
I mean, you're lucky that they still give you a USB-C cable in the box.
Right?
Yeah.
At this point, how's that gonna even play out?
Yeah.
That's gonna be something that's gonna be taken away as well. So it's just under that pocket blanket of, as good as tech is getting and as good as these products are getting, these services are getting, right? I just feel like it's the principle of, it don't make sense how we're paying for more and getting less,
Yeah.
And that doesn't even account for when things are unstable in terms of, the end user experience and stuff, right? It makes you just think like, sometimes taking time to just do it properly and really, really think makes more of a difference. It really makes more of a difference.
And I still get comments like people asking like, we want these features to come back, and I don't think SD card and all those things will come back.
Nah.
I will like Samsung to have like the base model have 256 GB storage. Has to be. I think now they have to push it past 128 GB.
Has to be.
So I think that would be a good decision for not having.
Bro, this is what we always say. It's easy to complain or rant about it.
Yeah.
It's always fine. It sounds better in these discussions or whatnot. But you see, I like the fact that when you drop solutions that, okay, if you're going to do this, right, the core stuff that you're focusing on, that you're talking about, as in super fast UFS 3.1 storage or 3.2 or 4.0, whatever you're going to call it, or this, or LPDDR5, 6X, 5X, 10X, all of that jargon. If you're gonna throw all of that, give us more of that in a very, very packaged, well thought out, well consistent experience. When we get it, we know that this side of things work. Not again coming back to a bit of the naturally in this conversation about the Exynos Snapdragon. You do all of that, and I'm getting an Exynos version that I can't play my games.
Exynos, man.
Do you get what I'm saying? It feels even more frustrating. So you're telling me that I've got to buy the 45-watt charger myself that isn't any different to 25 watts.
Yeah.
Right?
And now, you have to get you're getting Exynos. You're not getting enough performance, and you have a new GPU where you don't get the
nothing.
Gaming.
You don't get nothing. Let's just call it. It's the cut.
The battery life is not as good as Qualcomm.
There you go.
You also don't get exact camera experience. And then of course with the games, like with the PUBG, you don't get higher options. That still needs some optimization over. And it's been how long?
But it's been 2 months now. Over 2 months. And that's why I'm saying that's the principle of paying more for less. That is so jarring.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's so jarring. And I've said it before.
If you were like a normal customer, as in and you were looking to buy a Samsung phone, you will obviously import and get the Qualcomm one.
But this is the downside. The radio frequencies won't work in your region if you're not careful. Right? Put it this way, any other person I've seen do the Snapdragon versus the Exynos camera comparisons, the ones that bought it to UK, they don't get 5G.
Oh.
5G doesn't work because the radio bands weren't put in there for that region.
But it works on the Qualcomm Fold.
But you see, but the thing is the radio bands.
They do that on specifically for the Fold.
Yes. You see?
So you see they can go Qualcomm worldwide. It just they already do that with the Fold.
There you go. But that's what's frustrating, that certain things will get cut off. But you think you can get that.
Yeah.
And that's annoying because they don't do that for the foldables.
Yeah.
So even for you as a tech savvy person, there's a confusion there. That's for us that are very tech and know our stuff.
Techie.
How much more for the normal person that does that? They get themselves put in a rut, right? They might not even get warranty for the region that they're in because it's an outside region. Serial numbers are different. Units are different. SKUs are different. So many different things.
Paying more for
you see,
shipping fees and everything.
And that's the frustrating part where I'm like, when companies do this, whether it be at Samsung, whether it be at Xiaomi, Apple, whatever company does this where you're not thinking about the frustration. And sometimes, again, even me, I've downplayed it and made it seem like it's just the tech mob, as I like to call them, right? It's just a tech mob making it more than what it is.
Yeah.
But when you think about the normal person, what do they care about? They care about making sure that they're not charging their phone all the time. The battery lasts them the day.
Oh, battery life is such a big deal, man.
Yeah. They care about the memories that they want to capture with their pictures and videos.
Yeah.
They can capture them quickly, consistently, and knowing that they can trust that this is a phone that can get me this shot, especially when it's close to £1,000 or more.
Yeah.
When you're hitting those three things,
not
well, even a normal consumer will feel it. Here's why.
Of course.
I've worked in retail stores where I've had to deal with that before, right?
Yeah, you know better because you've been through that.
You're talking about GPS?
Yeah.
Right? Galaxy S4 2014, I had at least more than a handful of customers coming in having poor reception on those phones.
On Samsung
S4. Yeah.
Exynos ones or Snapdragon?
Those are the ones in the UK at the time were Exynos.
Oh, what was it, like Exynos? Which one? Exynos 44. Exynos 4412.
Something like that. I can't remember.
I think Exynos 4412 was an S3.
Something like that. But it was I'm saying S4 was the beginning of 4G at the time, right? It was the early days of 4G. But what I'm saying is that they could tell that they were struggling to either get signal, get GPS. Something was off. We had to come, return it, exchange it, do this, do that. And so people, in my eyes, people underestimate the stuff that the normal consumer. I've done air quotes so my audio listeners, video listeners can see it, right? They underestimate what they can notice. Bad battery, overheating, poor camera, slow performance. Trust me, normal consumers can pick it up as well.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that enough times.
I mean, now that with everyone, obviously, before buying a phone, there's a period of when we get the phones, YouTubers, we're doing videos, and we put a lot of like awareness already. If there's a bad battery performance, if there's an issue with the camera,
we do battery charging, battery drain test.
Battery drain.
Oh my goodness, bro. You never
kills you.
Not me.
It kills you, man.
Leave me with the charging test videos, battery drain.
And then you get a comment like, bro, yeah, you should have put more effort, or like, dude,
you should have put it on 4K, 100.
You should have put like 4K. Yeah, oh man, dude, it is
so many demands in it.
So many demands, man. It is crazy. It is still the hardest video to do, and then of course, like it takes so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun for the consumers, because they're able to see. I mean, obviously, I'm not testing out 5G and other things, but I'm still I'm trying to do kind of like a generalized usage
in the one take.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not as scientifically accurate as it can be, but I'm trying my best
to give you. That you have as well. You have to remember.
And of course, where's the champ? Where's the champ? Bring the champ.
Bring
the champ. Max. Yeah, the champ is here, and it's gonna get even better with the Apple A16 Pro. This is beast, bro. And for me, like I told you, I've been traveling, so consistently using 5G, consistently being on, the things that I use. My usage is pretty extreme, and getting 10 hours. 10 hours, man. And it's still, battery health is still on 100%.
Yeah.
It is, when we talk about the battery life being good on this phone compared to S22 Ultra, we keep talking about this because the difference is that big. It's not like an hour.
Huge.
It's just like, it's not like, it's just a little bit better. It is that big.
It's almost like having a 10,000 milliamp hour battery if you're comparing it to what you get on average. 5 hours on the S22 Ultra.
Yeah.
Right? Think about this. That's a 4,352 milliamp hour battery. 5,000. You're getting double the screen on time. I'll talk about screen on time, not accounting for the additional excellent standby time that you get as well. And that's not accounting for.
You have used the Exynos S22 Ultra, right? How is the standby time?
Listen, there was one of the nights, I was on 26%.
Yeah.
I don't charge my phone overnight. It's just a habit. That's just me, right? I woke up and it drained down to 9%. And I don't sleep that many hours, bro. I don't.
Dude.
I sleep. I'm up 6:30, 7 o'clock every single day.
That's the thing.
5 hours.
I said it on my Twitter, as a tech content creator, I obviously have a lot of phones, but if I have to trust a phone blindly when it comes to battery life, and considering what I am doing in life right now, traveling and obviously moving around, I don't care. It has the notch, I don't care. It doesn't have the zoom. I love the zoom on the S22 Ultra, but battery life is such an important thing, and being able to have, and it never fails me. Never fails me. Even if it has 50% battery, I know it's gonna get through the day. Yeah, bro, I'll be back by 8%.
Hear this.
Still does so good.
He's talking about the max, bro. Even this 13 Pro that I have that I've been using, bro. I left it on 20%, right?
Yeah.
It took 5 days before it died because of standby time. I'm not even trying to end this, bro. There's a 5G.
I've not tested out the standard one, but I know the battery life has to be.
Take it for me. I've got a 5G SIM card in there, full signal indoors, right? I've got all my stuff installed on there. My accounts are in. Notifications are flooding in, as you can see, right?
Yeah.
It ain't something that I've just set up just to kind of just play, pretend.
Yeah. I mean, you being more of a pro Android, I love Samsung, obviously.
Yeah,
I've reviewed more.
I don't deny it.
I've reviewed more Samsung phones than anyone watching this video.
Hell yeah.
And most YouTubers. I know, me and Samsung, we go way back. So when I criticize them, it's an honest criticism. I want them to improve, not because because these are facts. It's, you can just Watch any
Monumental
battery drain
difference.
test. You can just go on Twitter. You just know that this phone is just good.
Fam.
And some people just give excuses, or it's bad because it probably doesn't have those features.
No. Even me, here's why. You're forgetting that when I went CES, I had the 13 Pro Max. I used the 13 Pro Max.
Yeah, so you know.
So I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying what's even surprising me more is that still translates to the 13 Pro.
Yeah, it's not like the 13 Pro is bad.
No.
And you're not gonna get. Yeah, it's still you're gonna get top end battery performance even with that smaller size.
You see?
So
And that says a lot about what they've done.
yeah,
And these are the things that if coming back to my original point in terms of pay more for getting less.
yeah,
When these things are affected, right? Your battery life, your camera performance, right? And also the niche things like being able to get the performance that you need from whether it be gaming,
yeah,
whether it be stable app what you call it, operation.
yeah.
Those things are not exclusive to the tech mob, as I like to call them.
Yeah, those are like the core. You can make your phone fold and you can do all you can. You can put the brightest displays. You can put the most zoom you can. But the core things, performance, battery, and stable camera performance, not just creating two versions of the phones and then creating those differences. That's like a huge another topic to discuss.
Bro, you saw with the camera comparisons.
Yeah, you use the S22 with the Exynos chip, and then you were getting better photos with the S21 FE, older phone with Snapdragon. So you can see how ISP on the chip creates such a
better
big
night
difference
mode as well on an older sensor.
So that's just crazy, that's just
it's mad.
Yeah, and Samsung is the only company that does this. So
they need to cut it out, man.
Yeah,
they need to for the. I just at this stage,
I think especially after the GOS issue, I do expect big things next year.
Even me, I said this to you before because obviously we're gonna wrap up soon. Right? I never ever wanted to be part of those type of discussions.
Yeah, because
I actually downplayed it.
You have avoided this.
I've just avoided it because I was just thinking it is what it is.
Until you have seen it from your own eyes. And then
I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. and that was a situation, like I said to you, bro, that I completely forgot the S21 FE was a Snapdragon.
Yeah.
Until when I was showing it, one of the guys actually asked in the group, because I showed them a preview of the camera comparison, as you do, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, what chipset is that in there? And it's like, oh yeah, Exynos. I said Exynos, I think. He's like, are you sure? I was like, oh no, let me double check. Open up CPU-Z. Snapdragon. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that makes sense because UK gets 6 gigs of RAM, but Snapdragon 888. But Asian version,
with the fan edition, obviously they did a bit of a but Exynos still exists.
Exactly, but you get more base RAM.
Also, what are your thoughts on I don't know if they released it, but they released the S20 fan edition. They brought it back in Korea.
Yeah, but then what is that?
And the price is still like I think $600. Like
it's the principle is no different to A52s.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Get the phone right the first go.
Also, because you have played with the A53, it has the Exynos 1280, right?
Yeah.
How was it like?
I mean, again, it's different. The hands-on is different.
But even in like, obviously, I haven't tested it out, but the stuff that I've seen, it seems like it's still obviously not quite as good as this you get on Snapdragon, and
it's the same principle
even
problem,
even the MediaTek.
Yeah, same principle problem where the core games that should be benefiting from that 5nm
and
chipset.
I read the article on your like Samable website that it's still like for gamers they're still not gonna get
they're still not optimized.
Still not optimized.
So
yeah.
And this is what I mean about it's when you are like what you're saying, when you're taking away stuff like the charger, the headphone port, when you're
instead give a better better in some area.
That core experience that you are marketing hard, right? You need to make sure that is basically perfect.
Yeah.
Right? We are not waiting for it to be perfect.
Yeah.
We are not buying it with the notion of it will get perfect after. It needs to be perfect straight away to the point where you know that you will forget the fact that you're not getting any extras. You get my point?
Yeah.
You're not doing that. And this is where I just feel like it causes a bigger, my thing to wrap it up is it causes a bigger disconnect to the wider audience than just, it's a tech enthusiast problem. It's the tech mob problem.
Yeah.
It's the reviewer problem. It's the tech Twitter problem.
Oh, no. Now it's out there.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Now it's out there. And especially South Korean users, they were very pissed off with the whole GOS issue.
Dude.
Even though like globally, people are like, we don't care about benchmark numbers that much. Samsung clearly does.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the reason why they excluded Geekbench 5 from all the throttling, because the scores are not affected. The whole thing, it's nice they have optimization. I haven't felt like my phone performing bad when opening like Instagram or simple apps.
Of course
but
not.
you should communicate to your customer that, hey, we're doing this, and there's an option that if you want, for the gamers, like if you want to get all the performance, you can turn it off. But because they weren't transparent enough, and because they obviously excluded Geekbench 5, they got the ban. And even though like globally, like it's not that much of an issue, you can say like YouTubers, like, bro, in South Korea, it was a big thing. And
this is where I'm saying like there needs to be a back to basics thing of sorting these things. Here's why. I'll use another example, right? Tangenting Netflix, right? Netflix have reported the largest loss in subscribers, over 200,000 subscribers.
Yeah, they lost subscribers,
based on the fact that they don't have all the good shows that they used to. They've cancelled them.
Yeah,
and you've increased the prices.
Yeah, even like it's been a while like since I've.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's the incentive compared to now? You've got your Disney Plus, HBO Max, all these other brands that are
they're coming up.
Not just bringing new stuff, but their old stuff that made them popular. They're renewing them in a unique way.
Yeah.
Their prices are more competitive. They're less strict when it comes to international viewership compared to not using a VPN. They're less strict when it comes to multiple users in terms of multiple logins. And the price is more competitive. And you don't have to pay a tier system to get a higher visual quality. Like, for example, base Netflix is 480p. Bro, 480p.
480p. That's
480p.
crazy. That is crazy.
And then you have to pay more to get 720, then 1080, then
and
4K.
Special for the 4K, yeah.
That kind of thing of paying more for less has made them lose.
Yeah.
First time in a decade, bro.
And it is expected that they're gonna lose more. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because what's the incentive? Do you know what I'm saying?
They just they have to bring back the shows and just better shows, like in general, Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen something on Netflix, to be honest. Like,
but my point is I just feel like that principle is trickling too much into the tech industry, and it's annoying.
Yeah,
it's annoying. It's so annoying where that will happen to certain companies. And it's gonna be very, very bad, because it's gonna look like, we thought it was just the tech mob as an issue. Nah. This is a wider spread stuff for the normal people, where
very common.
People have less money to spend, right? Less disposable income, right? They want to get their money's worth. They're much more aware, because of the connected world and the information that can get. Yeah, they're much more aware.
Yeah,
you see. So, yeah, man, I just kind of wanted to just chop it up and have that conversation.
Yeah,
there's gonna be many more to have.
For sure, man. There's so much to talk about.
There's always stuff to talk about. Like,
yeah,
I know for sure. Once I come back from Canada, we're gonna have the talk about WWDC.
Yeah,
we're gonna showcase in software.
Yeah,
Fold is gonna be right around the corner.
Oh yeah, that is
August
exciting.
As well.
And maybe even S22 FE.
S22 FE, Pixel 6a.
Pixel 6a. Yes,
we could be getting some stuff. Pixel Watch as well.
Yeah.
7 series. So the Pixel
7 series with the possible Pixel Fold.
Finally, a real design change in terms of Apple for iPhone 14 for September beyond.
Yeah.
Bruh. The as well as just you know, what we're gonna experience.
There's still a lot of like exciting stuff coming up.
So much.
And I'm really
this is
looking forward to it.
If we go IFA, it will be our first IFA for September.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Hopefully we can see like more of like the crazy Samsung stuff, like they're slidable. And not just like as in display, but they allow us to like touch it,
use it.
Yeah.
You know, so don't watch that, man. Don't watch it. We got so much, and bro, honestly, I like it's good to proper catch up with you again. Good that you actually made it to London because you enjoy Switzerland way too much, bro.
Man, I had a lot of fun, and like I said, like whenever I go somewhere, like I really enjoy my time there. There's no rush, and that's how I travel. I work as well on the side, doing my videos and everything. And then obviously I promise you I'll be in London.
No. I appreciate you coming in. There's gonna be more of these things.
Yeah. Plus it's such a nice time to be here, like compared to obviously Pakistan, because
there's actually a breeze and good weather.
Yeah, man. And I brought the sun with me. Yeah, it's just such a good weather, and weather is just one of the biggest thing, you know.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. So yeah, people, that is pretty much episode 3 of the Cut Down Chopped Up, and it is exactly that, man. A straight cut down episode, a chat between friends. You know, getting a much more again.
A lot of monsters, man.
Oh yeah,
a lot of monsters.
He loves them. Getting a much more
such a good. Yeah, they need to like sponsor your.
So hey, Monster, reach out in it. Reach out. The energy boost that you need for podcasting. Definitely, man. Let the viewers know where they can find you.
youtube.com/ztech here. You can put the text, thank you.
Oh yeah.
And obviously instagram.com/ztech here.
Come on.
XEETECHCARE.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Definitely go jump over there, man. Getting all the tech news and all the reviews and stuff. Definitely the place to be.
Lots of stuff planned. Obviously the year is still very exciting.
Lots of collabs, lots of discussions, we've got a lot lined up, so you know, you want to hear and see more content like this, much more of a relaxed, cut down, straight to the point, no nonsense, much more chill.
Yeah, this was just like we had no not even any structure to it, you know.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow on all your favorite podcast audio platforms as well. Definitely subscribe to the Cut Down channel, like, subscribe, and turn notifications. And give us any feedback on the stuff that you want us to talk about. I'm always going to be aiming for more guests and whatnot. As I like to mention, stay safe during this time. We will definitely catch you in the next one. Peace out, people.
Peace out.